I grew up knowing about, God and Jesus in heaven.
Whenever people talk to me about baptism or getting baptized, it always seemed like it was on such a high pedestal.
Growing up, I started to rebel and detach myself from God. And I started living life like there were no consequences.
And all those people who were getting baptized before me, they were good, they were worthy. I was a bad person and they were better than me.
I didn't care about anyone. I didn't care about myself. I didn't care about what happened to me. I didn't care if I hurt people's feelings.
It's kind of cliche, but it was like I felt hopeless, and being hopeless, it felt like I was sort of like dead. I didn't want to live, sort of thing.
And I was so far away from that, and I just felt so unworthy to take the plunge.
But God didn't actually detach from me. He was actually pursuing me all through that time.
But you see, that was the old me. The me that wanted to hold on to the steering wheel of my life and not let God be the driving force behind it. My pride.
Yeah, I started reading right from the beginning of the Bible, and then I started discovering who God is.
So when I first felt this was when 360 took Hikorua to Pami.
His love is forgiving.
I could feel how tangible God's presence was in the room as we all prayed for each other.
And I believe that He sent people into my life to speak to me and show me that I didn't have to do anything to be worthy to step into that water and be reborn.
Hey, I still love you, come back. So yeah, this love is awesome.
And I realized at that moment that every bad move I've ever made, every wrong decision that I've ever made was irrelevant. And God loved me. He loved me because and despite of who I was.
Yeah, His love is a safe place for me.
I believe that what we're doing today is all about relationship with Jesus. And because of the journey I've been on, my relationship with Jesus has changed a lot.
I found that I'm not so angry all the time. I'm not so sad all the time. Even if I am, I have something to look to that gives me hope.
Today I want to bury the me that never looks to God for value or self-worth.
Hope is that little light that I see in the darkness.
I want to bury my vanity.
I want to let go of my regret and my shame.
My selfishness.
My sinful nature.
The me that doesn't surrender my pains and my struggles to God. I want to bury my ego.
I want to let go, especially to my self-loathing and thinking that I'm not good enough and I'm inferior and unworthy of love.
I want to bury my insecurities.
I just want to leave behind the need to please people.
Even though those lies and those secrets and those insecurities are still around today, I have Him and we're just working on it every day.
My taste in certain things has changed. It's true how it says, the things that I once loved I'll begin to hate, and the things that I once hated I start to love, and those things have been happening for me. It's weird, but it's nice. Yeah.
And I believe that when I rise out of that water, the old me is buried and water is dripping off a new me.
I'm going to rise to confidence in myself, to confidence in my relationships.
Yeah, I'd like to rise to the knowledge that Jesus has already paid it all.
I'm going to rise to believing that I am one of God's princesses and the kingdom of heaven is mine to inherit.
I guess I just want to rise up to a new beginning in my relationship with Christ.
I just want to thank the spiritual powerhouses that God sent to me when I needed them most to speak His truth into my life.
Yeah, I'd like to thank God first for choosing me.
I want to thank Glenn Brooking.
Thank you, 360 leaders.
I want to thank Norman Herlove.
And I'd like to thank my mum for choosing to teach us, me and my sisters, God's way.
Thank you, Ari, for always reaching out to me.
I want to thank Carl.
Thank you, Joelle, for always inspiring me.
I want to thank Karen Newson.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for raising me in the light of the Lord.
I'd like to thank the people that I've come across here in Papsda.
And last but not least, I want to thank Kira.
It's been a long wait for this moment in my journey.
Unashamed, I publicly pledge my life to God today. I'm getting baptized.